We're gonna get straight to the point. I'm just gonna be talking over what I'm saying. A lot of this shit I'm saying is nonsense, but here's a Facebook listing. As you can see, I found it for $6,000. Well, of course I didn't buy it for $6,000. I'd be crazy to buy a RX-8 for $6,000 that's non-running. So in the video, he did show a video in there of the listing where it was running, but as of now, when I message him, it's non-running. And right here, I'm gonna show you some pictures of the actual car. And as the first picture you can see, it has a very terrible stain. Honestly, this man, I don't know what happened there, but it's absolutely disgusting. And I'm gonna look at it, show you another picture. It's a broken headlights, as you can see from that picture I just showed. And the rest is just, your average, cracked interior, kind of dirty there and there. But apart from that, it was a decently nice car. It was okay. So right here, I'm going to show you some text of our negotiation. I mean, he didn't really hassle me down or anything. So I got it down to 1,000 and we agreed. So, instantly from there, we just went straight over there and we got a trailer. So I'm going to skip to the clip of me talking doing that. Alright, so currently I'm in my car and I'm currently about to go drive to go pick up my friend and my brother. We're doing that because the Rx-8 that I found it. I spent hours and days looking for the perfect Rx-8s. It may not be perfect to everybody, but for me, in my eyes, it's the perfect Rx-8 for me. This is a clip of me cleaning the car, trying to get the stains out. I mean, I did somewhat get it out, but didn't. Here's some few photos of my my engine codes. So I did get it to run. I didn't record that part because I'm not used to recording at all, actually. But essentially, we figured out the whole leaking the fuel thing. If you remember from the messages, he said that it was leaking fuel. It was actually just a fuel line, and they did some like weird fuel line tube to kind of like reconnect it, because it broke. So we kind of just did the same thing and just repaired it the same way. So we did get it to start, and this is all the engine codes we got off of it. And I will be fixing a few minor stuff while I'm in there too. So I have done some stuff to the RX-8s. I have gotten it started. I have just bought the car already. I delivered it 2 days ago from the time I recorded the video of me picking it up, and I didn't record that specifically since we were struggling to get it up in the trailer. So I've been out here working on the car. The things I have done is clean and power wash the entire car. It was nasty. And some other stuff I did to the car was replace the oil, change oil filters, check all fluids to see if they're okay, and detail the entire inside of the car, because inside of the car was terrible. But it looks pretty clean now. There was a giant stain on the driver's side. There's still some left on the bottom, but nothing that I'm gonna fix later. So currently, we got the car running. I already put new fuel in it. The fuel is bad. I did buy this car for 1,000. So honestly, I was expecting me to need to rebuild this entire engine until I can even drive it. But let's just get a little tour. Has one bad tail light. This needs to get replaced. The gaskets are gonna need to get replaced. Some other stuff that needs to get repaired is the dash. And currently, I have there's no AC in this car at all. So I took off the motherboard. I searched up that the motherboard, actually, the solder joints aren't really done very well. So like if you go right close to here, you can kind of see that the pins are moving, and they shouldn't be moving. Alright, I'm going to be talking over this again. I'm just going to speed up the whole footage. It's essentially just me grabbing the motherboard and just soldering it up back together and basically reassembling it. And I'm just going to skip right into the part where I did put it back into the car. And honestly, this radio was a pain in the ass. I didn't know this. I did some research, but apparently the radio has some pins that whenever they connect, they make the radio work. But if they're like slightly loose, it would just make the whole radio system not work, and it even makes the whole fan control for the car not work either. So I had to like zip tie it, glue it, and from there, then I got it to work. It was very sketchy, but then I'm gonna show you to another video clip, and it was just me kind of going around the engine bay, and it's me explaining that the car has bad solenoids. So essentially, whatever mechanic worked on this previously, he messed up. He messed up the entire airbox. The airbox is not even like attached. The airbox has like a bunch of like openings and no right spots to actually close correctly. And it also had a missing bolt on the intake manifold. That's another thing I noticed when taking it apart. So I did go to the hardware store. I did install a bolt-in so it would have the proper tension. And you're also gonna see that I completely deleted the whole airbox system, and I just replaced it with a cold air intake. And I got one off of online, and of course I bought a K&N filter to go along with it, since I'm not gonna trust some cheap air filter to go in this car. So I installed it and I ran it, and I did drive it a little bit, and I didn't get any engine codes, and it runs perfectly fine. And I do feel a little more horseies out of the car. I'm guessing from, you know, having all the check engine light figured out, and maybe the cold air intake is helping a little bit. I doubt it though, since it doesn't have a tune, so it's probably hurting my performance. But nonetheless, it was cheaper to take it this route rather than buying the airbox. Okay, I do got some footage of me giving it some braps, and honestly, it sounds pretty nice. Just don't mind the smoke. It's probably just from, you know, revving it and burning oil along the process. But it does have a oil leak that I will be making another video of me fixing that. And you know, the paint is really bad too, so I will be making some videos of me trying to fix the body up a little bit and maybe wrap the car to make it look nicer, and then restore headlights. You know, this is like, I'm trying to see like how cheap I can do this, but also trying to make it look nice. So my end goal is to, you know, have this very nice Rx-8 for less than like $3,000. And this is kind of like the story. I'm not really good at the video editing yet, but I'm pretty sure from uploading consistently that it will get there. So here, I'm just gonna play the clip. If you guys have any recommendations on what you guys want me to do to my car next, just let me know. I'll definitely make a video on it and consider doing that to my car. Of course, I'm going to be doing like the simple stuff like restoring headlights. And you know, if you've been watching it for this far, you know, thank you for watching. And I hope I can make another video.